What's good, team? So right now I'm about to bring you guys a top 5 video today, not a top 10. There wasn't enough cards that I thought needed to be addressed. But in this video I'm going to give you guys 5 cards I personally believe need to be addressed post the link summoning format. Now these are cards that I feel like should get hit on a ban list before we get the link summoning format, for our game can be a lot more balanced, because these cards, in my opinion, just completely make certain decks in that slow ass format extremely powerful. So like I always tell you guys, without further ado, let's begin. Starting off with a number 5 pick, we have Domain of the Monarchs. Now Domain of the Monarchs is a very powerful card in a slow format like Link Summon, where you can only bring out one extra deck monster at a time. It completely shuts off the extra deck. It's extremely degenerate if you go, like, let's say for example, first turn Erebus, eat a card out your opponent's hand, then play this, and your opponent just can't go into their extra deck. Or if they do go into their extra deck, you get rid of their one monster. You'll only have to worry about their one monster at a time. So it's extremely degenerate, and I personally feel like it should be banned. Now in the OCG, the card is banned, and I feel like it should be the same way in TCG, because it's just a degenerate ass fucking card. If you guys have not seen my Monarch video, I have a iCard right here showing you guys how powerful this deck is in this format, and the reason why the deck ain't really top like it, because in my opinion, because no one's playing the deck. If I had enough time and money to go to YCS, I would go and prove how good this deck is. So with that being said, Domain of the Monarchs is on this list at number 5 because this is degenerate, and I can see post link summoning format how powerful this card will be. Coming on this list at number 4, Max C. Now this is going to be a controversial one because everyone loves Max C because it shuts down fast-paced decks. But guess what? In the link summon format, the game will not be that fast. You don't have to worry about your opponent spamming the board. And the little bit of spamming you will do is going to help you bring out your link summon monsters, which is one extra deck monster. So I personally feel like Max C in the link summon format is going to be very powerful due to the fact that it's going to have too much control of the game. It's going to literally just win games like on its own, similar to the way it did in the plant format. So honestly, in this format, I think it should be banned. Konami is already in the right step limiting Max C. I mean, personally, in my opinion, Max C should be at 3 for the Zodiac format. They should just let the Zodiac format probably ride out until the Link Summer format, because they obviously not trying to give us a ban list. Then once the Zodiac deck dies out because of the Link Summer format, ban Max C and bring in more fairer extra hand traps to balance the game. So yeah, Max C is going to be too powerful in that format, because everyone's going to be struggling to make one extra deck monster. So why should a card like this exist? I mean, Ghost Ogre and cards, in my opinion, are fair enough to limit your opponent's play. So yeah, Max C is listed number 4. It just gives way too much control to the player that opens up Max C. Coming to number 3, Cosmo Dark. Another controversial one because a lot of you Cosmo players are fucking retarded, in my opinion. I mean, not trying to diss any Cosmo player, but a lot of people that plays this deck just, oh my god, I just can't get ahead of my Cosmo deck, not be banned. But yeah, the card's way too powerful in the link summon format. I mean, like I said, the format's gonna be way slower. I mean, it's untargetable, it pops a card, and honestly, it's at 1 for a reason right now in this format. So if it's at 1 for the reason in this format and the card's still good, Cosmo deck can still put in some kind of work. Obviously, in a slower format, this card should just be outright banned. It's that good. I mean, read this effect. When he's normal specimen, you can target one monster in the field, destroy it. He can target himself, do a lot of Cosmo plays. Cannot be targeted, and this card is destroyed by battle or by the opponent's card spec. He replaces himself. So yeah, in the link summon format, where decks that don't abuse the extra deck thrive, this card should just be hit. Not saying that decks that don't abuse the extra deck shouldn't live. I mean, obviously players should have a choice to play decks without extra decks, but for the budget player. But when the effect that says pop a monster, like, come on now, that's a little unfair in my personal opinion. So yeah, Cosmo Dark Destroyer a little bit too powerful. She'll be banned. It probably won't happen, but I think this card gives the Cosmos a little bit too much power in the link summon format where it's way slower. Coming to list number 2, Neff the Best, the Atlantean Prince. Another card I feel like should be limited in link summon format, because honestly the mermaid deck's already fast as it is. So if you backtrack the game right now into the link summon format where the game is a lot slower, a lot less extra deck reliant, Morels is gonna just run the format. And Konami's defense is not gonna make them a lot of money because it's an older deck, and a player like me defense, I don't want to play Mermails. I mean, it's a lot of different things. I just don't like the deck. I mean, I can, but do you really want to see Mermails at every regional? Fuck no. So I mean, the deck is fine without FpsTom. Is more balanced and more fair in my personal opinion. So yeah, he leads the OTK. He should be too fast. He should be banned in my opinion, or limited at 1. I like to see him, honestly. Let's put him at 1 first, and then if he's a little too powerful in the Link Summon format, ban him because it's gonna be really good. And yeah, I mean, too much consistency in the Mermaid deck is a bad thing, because that deck just leads to OTKs. If you guys played in the 2013 format, you definitely know what the fuck I'm talking about. So yeah, FpsTom, the Atlantean Princess number 2. Really great card, really powerful. And last but not least, coming to number 1, the Solemn cards. Now I can talk all day about how much I just like the design of these cards, but these cards currently right now in the game state are a necessary evil. But in the Link Summon format, they're just too powerful. They give the player who opens up with them too much control. And I'm just speaking, the community is saying, well, Strike needs to limit it, Strike needs to be too damn good. But imagine this, in the Link Summon format, if you limit Strike, you're still going to be left with Warning. So that's 2 negate cards. And let's say, for example, Konami comes out with another Solemn in the future. You're going to have 3, 5, 6, whatever Solemn cards in your deck. So I honestly say you can't limit Strike right now, because if you limit it, it's still going to cause a problem for whoever opens up the cards. They're really good. So honestly speaking, just ban them both. Honestly, the game's going to a fresh start, and Link Summon format is going to be a lot slower. A lot of players don't like it, but fuck whoever don't like it. I mean, that's the way the game is going to be made. If you don't like it, quit the game. And so, for us players who are going to be able to adjust Link Summon format, just ban these cards. Get done with them. They give the player who opens up with too much control. I understand why they were created. They were created in the Synchro era with the Solemn Warning for things like the Stardust Dragons and etc. And Strike was created for the Pendulum Summon and the crazy monster effects. But honestly speaking, we should not have to rely on back row cards like these to give us a fair and balanced game, because these type of cards in slower formats just run the format, in my personal opinion. They really do when you think about it. Because if you try to go for a Link play, and let's face the fact, Konami's going to push the Link Summon format to be all about the extra egg, whether if you want to play an extra deck or not. So whoever have these cards is going to be king and stop your opponent's key plays. So as a recap to this video, I have ban the Solemn cards number 1 because they're too powerful. FpsTom, the Atlantean Prince, I mean, Morels just in that format. Starting off, is just going to just run the format because of how good they will be. Now, yeah, the Link Summon format have combos that can just buzz the Quasar, 2-card Quasar combos, and etc. But come on now, how consistent is that shit going to be versus how consistent the Morels shit's going to be? I mean, it's going to be insane in my personal opinion. I guarantee once OCG gets the Link Summon stuff, Morels is going to just run rampant. Number 3, like I said, Cosmo Dark Destroyer. The Cosmo deck is going to be way too powerful in a slower format. Honestly, he just be banned. I mean, it's a poorly designed card. He replaces himself. He's untargetable. He pops a monster, the 3000 beast stick. But Konami obviously just tried to take advantage of the Star Wars hype when they designed his card. So I understand why they made a card. But now, let's kind of cut the shit to rest. So yeah, ban the Cosmo Dark Destroyer. Actually, like I said, too much control, wins games in itself. Like I said, another controversial card that's been talked about in the community. So yeah. And then Dominate Monarchs, because I believe shutting out the extra deck is just degenerate as hell. These were my 5 cards I personally believe needs to be addressed post the Link Summoning format. Now I know there are a lot of cards that probably need to be addressed that I did not have on a list, but I'm going to leave that for you guys to post in the comment section down below. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the Link Summoning format, whether you guys believe it or not, it's going to be a lot slower. I mean, yes, Zodiac's going to run rampant. Yes, Konami is going to try to make you force your thoughts and opinions onto the extra deck. And yes, Konami's changing the game that we all love and hate. But just take it at face value, man. Konami's at least trying, in my personal opinion, to slow down the game. And of course, they profit from it, but so fucking what? Do you guys that really love Yu-Gi-Oh! Want to see the game die? No, you do not, because if this game died, I mean, yeah, we could play Magic, yeah, we could play Pokemon, yeah, we could play whatever. But it's a game I personally grew up with, and I want to see the game thrive. So like I said, guys, post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. And as I always tell you guys, if you're new here to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I upload 5 days a week now. So yeah, this is Chris from Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm signing out. Peace, guys. Stay innovative. Deuces.